Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. So I was over here watching Basketball Wives, taking my notes, trying to make sure that I got that review out today. And then I just happened to grab my phone during commercial break, and um, the first thing that pops up was this. Tyler Perry sued for $260 million over sexual harassment and assault allegations. I said, oh no. I said, not Tyler. Oh, I said, oh, Tyler. My God, today. This is according to people.com. We're going to be I'm going to be referring to people.com and also TMZ. So, actor Derek Dixon is suing Tyler Perry for $260 million over alleged sexual harassment, assault, and retaliation. In the complaint filed Friday, June the 13th, in Los Angeles, which was obtained by People, Dixon accused Perry of creating a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic between them while he was starring on the filmmaker's shows The Oval and Ruthless, on which Dixon starred as a character named Dale. The complaint accused Perry of initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities, such as producing his pilot and casting him on his show, only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault, and battery, and professional retaliation when Mr. Dixon did not reciprocate Mr. Perry's unwanted advances. Matthew Boyd, an attorney for Perry, responded to Dixon's complaint in a statement to People saying, "This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail," the statement continued. Dixon claimed he met Perry in September 2019 when working the opening party for Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. So Dixon alleged that over the next few months, Perry often texted him, sometimes with suggestive advances, but also that he wanted to find Dixon a job and change his life. In November 2019, Dixon claimed Perry offered him a small role on Ruthless. Excuse me. Dixon claimed that Perry sexually assaulted him at Perry's home in January 2020, and the next month he offered Dixon a series role on the complaint states. The actor alleged that upon reading the script for his first season, he discovered his character's fate was left in the air in the finale. Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored or failed to engage with the sexual innuendos, Dixon's character would die in the next season, the complaint alleged. Indeed, Dixon's character Dale was shot 4 times in the chest at the end of the first season on the Oval. That's not funny. Oh, that's not funny, baby. Let me just say something. I was not there. Girl, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't have nothing to do with this. Okay? I wasn't there. And Perry always held this over Mr. Dixon's head, implying that Dale would survive if Dixon kept Perry happy. Dixon recounted a moment after filming the scene which his character was shot. Perry invited him to his trailer, where he allegedly pinned him to the wall of his trailer and began aggressively groping Dixon's buttocks in a sexual motion. In the complaint, the actor claimed he was similarly groped during a cash trip to the Bahamas in October 2020. Dixon alleged that in December 2020, he visited a physician who indicated that Dixon's exhibited severe symptoms of acute stress, insomnia, stomach issues, and dangerously low cortisol levels due to the sexual harassment and assault, and prescribed him Zoloft, an antidepressant. Dixon claimed Perry invited him to his house again in June 2021 to discuss Dixon's pilot for his show Losing It, which Perry had expressed interest in producing. He alleged he was again sexually assaulted by Perry at this meeting. Over the next 5 months, Dixon said he suffered from severe depression, anxiety, stomach pains, and nausea, and was diagnosed with post traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, following the alleged incidents. Dixon claimed that Perry's fixers offered him a raise to return to the Oval and that Perry would buy the right to produce his show, losing it. Dixon informed Perry in January 2023 that he was moving to California to put some distance between them. Dixon continued to star on the Oval but left during the show's final season, a move he claimed resulted in him losing out on close to $400,000. According to the complaint, the actor is suing Perry for quid pro quo sexual harassment, sexual battery, sexual assault, intentional infliction of emotional distress, retaliation, and more. Dixon is requesting a jury trial and for damages of $260 million. Girl. There were also some alleged text messages that were also um, that are also available. Let's just go through some of these alleged text messages between what's his name, Drew Dixon, and Miss Tyler. Baby, this is a mess. I do want to say this though. I wonder where's Christian Keys? All right. So, anyways, I will say this. Let me just say this. Let me just have a little kitchen table talk with y'all. And I've said this more than a few times on my channel. Do I believe every person who comes forward, whether it's a man or a woman, and they say that they have been essayed to whatever degree? No, I do not believe every person who comes forward. Do I get down to the World Wide Web and I'm just beating my chest and I'm loud with it? No. Will I have private conversations with my friends? And, will I say, girl, I think that whole lying? Girl, I think the nigga is lying. Yes, I will. With that being said, I think it's one thing for you not to believe an alleged victim. But I think that once we start to go down the road of this can't be true, because I saw people saying this in the comment section. We're going to get into the text message in just a minute. You mean to tell me Tyler doesn't know how to the difference between there, and there, right? There, and they are. Girl, they don't have nothing to do with nothing. Girl, R. Kelly couldn't read or write. And we just gonna just go ahead and call it for what it is. At one point, we considered R. Kelly one of the greatest girl across the board in music, right? And some people still do. So not knowing the difference between there, and there, girl, there, and they are, doesn't have anything to do with nothing. Nothing to do with nothing. Girl, Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder are blind. And Stevie Wonder is one of the greatest musicians that's still alive. You see what I'm saying? I also want to say this. Coming from a black man, pulling the black man card every time a nigga gets into some trouble is getting tired, late, and through. Tyler Perry being rich, Tyler Perry being wealthy, Tyler Perry having the number one movie on Netflix has nothing to do with nothing. Let's just call a thing a thing. It wouldn't matter if Tyler was stocking groceries at Publix, Kroger, girl, Randall's, working at the mall, there are always going to be a group of people out there, no matter what tax bracket they're in, no matter what titles they may hold, due to the person simply existing as a black man, they're going to automatically say they're trying to take a black man down. When the fact of the matter is, some of these niggas are terrorists. Some of these niggas are a mess. Some of these niggas are dangerous. Every scenario is not about somebody trying to take somebody down because they got the #1 movie on Netflix. You think this man, y'all really think that this man came out with a lawsuit and they're trying to they're using a white man. Now, I want y'all to think about this. Y'all think that they're using a white man to help take down Tyler Perry due to black women being upset or black people being upset about the way that Tyler Perry appears to have this fixation with black women going through all types of trauma. I want y'all to seriously sit back and think about that. They're using a white man because Tyler Perry has the #1 movie on Netflix, and they're using the white man to help take the black man down over a movie that has to do again with this black woman going through all types of trauma, girl, within one day. Like, does that make sense? Why would they like? It's one thing for you just to say, I don't believe it, nigga. I'm talking about the white man. If you say you don't believe Derek, that's fine. But I think that if we're going to start to come up with these reasonings of why, these reasons of why we don't believe the alleged victim, I just feel like it needs to make sense. It does not make sense when you say that because the spelling may be wrong or he's not using the word in the correct way, that means that he didn't do it. It doesn't make sense for you to say that a white man is trying to take the black man down because of a black movie in the way that black people, black women, black men are upset at the way that Tyler Perry sometimes portrays black people or black women in the movies. Like, when Straw came out that they rushed and threw a lawsuit together. Straw came out on June the 6th, I believe. So you're telling me that from the time the movie came out, that Drew Dixon and whomever else got together on this plot to take Tyler Perry down and came up with this lawsuit within a week? Like, again, if you don't believe it, that's completely fine. I don't believe everybody either. But I think that when you want to come up with your reasons of not believing the alleged victims, I just feel like the reasons need to just make sense. And some of the reasons of people not believing the alleged victim, I'm just going to go ahead and say it sounds stupid as fuck. All right. So let's get into some of these text messages, okay? So this is one alleged text message between Tyler and the alleged victim. It's a picture of Tyler Perry looking like a rich black man jet skiing. Nice picture. Yeah, the water does look calm. Nice picture. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Great picture. I mean, great, amazing, awesome picture. You don't see that stud in that nice picture? Rude. Hey, I know that's right. Excuse me. Another alleged text message. These are all alleged text messages, okay? I'm not going to keep saying alleged text messages. These are all alleged text messages allegedly between Tyler and the alleged victim. I can call you later or tomorrow sometime. You have a really fresh voice and take on things. I don't know where this is going, but I laughed the entire time. I could see the world and the characters. My exclusivity ends in 30 days. I want to take losing it out to Amazon or Netflix. After that, engage their interest. But I also want to try to get you with the right people to help you to help you make these shows work. They are not for my audience, but we need to find a home for this stuff. I don't want to miss another. Then the word is blacked out. I don't know. Creek. You know that Eugene bought that to me first, but I didn't get it, baby. Eamon gets here tomorrow, so he gets my full attention. I'll be trapped until the day after. Here's another one, right? And we just had a heaping dose of it, and I was back to nothing. It's really weird. I didn't have any contact. What are you talking about? I haven't been in touch in months. Oh, you mean touching? I thought you meant being around people. Jacob, I love that you only say that when I'm being stupid, LOL. I guess that's Jacob's dumbass version of me. And then this is another alleged text message. I just said I wasn't saying alleged, but I mean, I'm not to say they're not alleged, but I keep saying alleged text messages when I've already made it clear that these are all alleged. You know what I could, Derek? And then Derek responded allegedly. I'm caught up. Girl, I just want to make sure. I just want to make it plain and clear, girl. This is all alleged. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Spaghetti and cake, girl. So this is what is it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Yes, it's the same exact kind of car, Geo Metro, whatever they're talking about. Giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist. That's so cool. Where you came from? Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. I'm glad you're not going out there. How is your no? Is it to stronger? Wait, how is your no? Is it stronger? You got to have a strong no. Some of these I've already read. I think that's referring to him basically not being able to say no to people because I've already read these messages. But I don't think they're all like the way they're not in order. Basically, yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. She heard Kanye say that it's real. Tell your mom I don't believe nothing Kanye got to say. Well, I don't think that, but I do think that if you have to be able to say no and mean it and make it clear, I'll only say yes if it gets me an Oscar. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. I hear you. Well, the only one who could have gotten that for you through sex is in prison. So just stick to the no unless you really are into him. I would hope that you will let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me. I hope you get past this block in your mind soon. Come on for holding and make love. I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I'll hold you tight. Baby, all through the night, I'll make love to you. I know that's right. Well, you want me to. All right. Well, it's not this person, but yes, I want that too. I'm working on it. Therapy is helping. Why did that photo make me jealous? You two together. Ha ha ha. I don't know who Brad is. Ha ha ha. I don't know. It's just Brad. LOL. And then Tyler supposedly sent back LOL. And then there it goes to say he just wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in. And now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself. Thick Derek. Hey, that's that thick. That's that real shit. That's that cherry, baby. Champagne and cherry. I mean, champagne. Wait, strawberry. Wait, how you say it? Champagne and cherry, baby. That's that thick. That's that nana. That uchi coochie ala. Come on, shout out to Beyonce. Thick Derek, get that Chipotle. Ha ha. Can you tell from that photo? No, I can't. Only from your jeans. Hey, I know. In those jeans, really looking thick. How I like it. Tell me, is there any more room for me in those jeans? Tyler said, baby, only from them jeans, baby. I know that's right. You looking thick over there, baby. Ha ha, that's how I measure too. I want to say something. Can I ask a question? Hey, can I ask a question? Okay, y'all might be shocked at what I'm about to say. I want to ask a question. Okay, I do definitely believe in abuse of power. I definitely believe that when there is a boss and a subordinate, that there are certain conversations that should not be had, right? Um, and you would think that with so many people getting into situations with um, their subordinates that nowadays, and I know these text messages span over a few years, I believe that's what I read, that people will be more careful not to make sure that the relationships that they have um, stay strictly professional, right? Um, but sometimes I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Oh, I hate that I'm about to say this, but I'm gonna say it. This is why I feel like I need a Patreon because I feel like I could speak more freely and I think I will be okay. It did cross my mind in this situation. Derek, were you okay with some of the things that happened? And then when you didn't get what you wanted in the end, you then say, I want 260 million. Because Joy, I don't know none of those people. You know, I don't really keep up with sports like that. Joy, you know, I go for Joy. But I like the fact that, do you know the girl on ESPN? Joy basically allegedly said that, bitch, if the nigga fired me, I'm gonna say he armed me. You see what I'm saying? So it did cross my mind when I was reading these text messages. Like, girl, were you? Are you a lover scorned? Because it sounded like you were all right with the little flirtation until Tyler shot you in your chest 4 times. Until Tyler shot you in your chest 4 times and fired your ass. Anyways, let me shut up. All right, y'all. Um, does that make sense what I'm saying? I know I need to smell roses more, and then you are the rose, but you are so. And another thing too. Can I say this? You know, I'm very big on. I know that even though we say age, with age it comes wisdom. That's not necessarily true, and I'm starting to accept that because there's just some dumbass people walking around here at 40 and 50 and 60 and 70, right? You would expect that with age comes wisdom. But you know, I'm always very pretty when I hear about young people being involved with these grown people. I do tend to give them more of a pass because, like, girl, you don't know no better. But I will say sometimes, when it's like a grown ass person, it does cross my mind like, bitch, girl, Like at my big ass age, if I was in this position, I would know what was going on. Oh, I need a Patreon. At my big age, girl. Okay, I'm just gonna say, at my big age, girl, I know if we fucking, if we fucking, if we not, we not. I know if I'm fucking my way to the top. I know if I'm not fucking my way to the top. I know, girl, if I'm sitting here texting the boss and we talking about how thick I look in my jeans, I know what's about to go down. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully it worked out the way I wanted to work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like sometimes I do think about that when it's, especially when it's someone of a particular age. How old is Drew? I need to find out how old he is. Like, but it's one thing when you're 19, 20, 21. I do kind of give a pass at people that young because I'm like, girl, you don't know no better. But bitch, when you get to a certain age, I do think like, bitch, girl, you knew what the fuck you knew. I'm not saying that it would be right because it still could be an abuse of power. Don't get it twisted. It still could be an abuse of power, but I also feel like sometimes, bitch, we know what's going on. We know what's going on. We know what's going on. Again, I know that's not every scenario because it still can be considered an abuse of power. Like I always say, girl, some of these niggas use their power for pussy. Some of them use their power for dick. Okay? Or pussy. Okay? Okay. Again, I know I need to smell the roses more. You are the rose, but you are so blocked that you refuse to be smelled or opened. That is sweet, and I'm working on it. Hashtag therapy. I'm really scared that I'm going to waste my life worrying. Been there, stopped somewhere in my late 30s, early 40s. Um, and then it's something about how do they make money then? Subscriptions. They make money from the advertising, lots of money. I love how I felt right now, but I don't like being horny. Testosterone. Oh yeah, from the doctor. But is it making you feel better? Like, does that make sense? Like what I've been saying. I'm not saying that again. Just because you're of a certain age, that a person in a position still can abuse their power. But I do think that when I see text messages between, just say, an employee and a boss, and it does seem as though the text messages are inappropriate, bitch, like what you think is going on? Like again, I know that the way that my mind works is not the way that everybody else's mind works. But girl, if this was me, I would know what the fuck is going on. Hello? Girl, this is a mess. I'm gonna just put the other screen, the other. Oh, hold up. I'll just put the rest of the messages on the screen. And then I'll put the link, of course. So if y'all want to go through all the text messages, then you definitely can. But yeah, again, I wasn't there, so I don't know. I don't believe every victim that comes forward, because the fact of the matter is, some people do lie. Um, the numbers do show that most of the time they are telling the truth, but it does not take away from the fact that some people do lie. Um, I just think that if you are going to say that somebody is telling a lie, I think that your reason behind it should kind of make a little bit more sense than because, oh, they don't know the difference or how to use their or they are correctly in a sentence. Girl, because just because they may not, girl, necessarily be great, girl, at putting words in the proper place or using them in the correct context, girl, that don't have nothing to do with nothing. Again, R. Kelly can't read or write. Ain't no white man. They ain't using no white man. Then all of a sudden, the white people care so. Then all of a sudden, the white people care so much about the image of the black woman. So they're gonna use the white man to suit Tyler Perry because they care so much about how black women look in the Tyler Perry movies. Girl, like what are they talking about? Anyways, all right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. I need to finish watching Basketball Wives. I'm going live tonight at 9 p.m. So if you see this video before 9 p.m. tonight, join us. We're going to have a good time. All right. Bye, y'all.